Hello everyone, today I'm going to walk you through your lab assignment. That's from lesson 2.9 on island chain formation. So when you open up the document for the lesson, it has your lab report and it includes information about the Hawaiian island chains. There's also a GoFormative that goes along with this. So you will submit your lab answers or the answers to the questions that are in this document in the GoFormative. And you'll notice that each question in the lab report, so this question down here, question 1 matches the question that's over here in the GoFormative. So you'll just use the document. You can print it out if you want, or you can just leave it open on your computer and you can type your answers in to the GoFormative. So you can kind of leave them like this with 2 screens, or you can go and do the whole assignment in Word first and then just copy paste your answers into GoFormative, whichever works easiest for you. But the GoFormative will be the graded portion of your lab. Back to the lab assignment itself. So it starts out with some information about the Hawaiian island chains, which we've already seen some in your earlier lessons from Unit 2, talking about the way plates move and the way that islands can form as the plates are continuing to move, and sort of how the formation of those is affected by plate tectonics. So here we have some data about the Hawaiian island chains. You'll notice that the information given in the color scale over here deals with the height of the islands. So we're looking from 0 meters up to 4,000 meters. And you can see the sort of gray and brown colors indicate higher elevations than the colors that we see in some other places where they're greens or the lower elevations. So looking at the first set of questions, questions 1 through 4, really just ask you to evaluate that diagram, evaluate the figure, and explain some things that are happening. What you notice about the island chains, where new islands would be forming, and the direction of plate movement. If you're unsure about the answers to these questions, they are the background information that you need is in the lessons from Unit 2. So you can check back there, or you can check your class notebook for information that will help you come to your answers and your conclusions. But question 4 is really asking you to form your own hypothesis. So based on these observations and what you have learned in your lessons, develop a hypothesis about how the Hawaiian island chain is forming. So in what direction are new islands forming? Where are the new islands? Where are the old islands? Sort of use any evidence that you have available to you and come up with your own hypothesis. There is no wrong answer here as long as you give some information to support it. So when you look over at the 4th question, in the GoFormative, it is just a place for you to type in your information. So what, based on your observations, and you can say something like, I think the Hawaiian island chain is, and then tell me about the direction that you think it's growing and why you believe it is growing in that way. Now we're going to get into looking at the data. So the next part of the lab has you take this information, and it gives you the name of each volcano, the distance from Kalaʻu, and the approximate elevation, and then the radioactive age that's been determined using volcanic rocks that are available on that island. So these are an age approximation based on radioactive materials. This data set is also available for you in an Excel file. So if you download the file that I gave to you, it has the all that information typed out, and I'm going to give you a little walkthrough in just a minute of how to create graphs using Excel. So you have the option to either make your graphs by hand or you can make them using Excel. I encourage you to give Excel a try if you haven't done it before. It's really a simple tool, and once you know how to walk your way through, it is pretty powerful to be able to do a lot of this, and it's kind of a time saver as well. If you prefer, you can print these out. You can plot the points by hand. So just like you might have done in a math class, the first graph is asking you to plot distance versus radioactive age. That means that distance is going to go on your x-axis and radioactive age in millions of years is going to go on the y-axis. And so what you would do is go up here on your chart and you would go to each island. So the first island is 0 from Kalaʻu because that's the island itself, and it tells you that its radioactive age is 0. And so down here on the graph, you would plot a point at 0 and 0, so your first dot would be down here. You're going to go back through that chart and you're going to make your whole plot of points, and you will create a graph. Once you are finished with that, whether you do the graph on Excel or whether you do the graph by hand, you want to take a picture of it. So if you do it in Excel, you can just capture a screenshot, and I'll show you that in a minute as well. Or if you do it by hand, you can take a picture using your phone or whatever camera you have available, and then when you edit the background here, if you click Edit Background, you can click this icon and it will let you insert a picture. So that's one of the options that you have. I'm going to walk you through that when I show you how to use Excel again in a moment. The next question, question 6, has you graph another set of data. So now you are looking at the distance from that original island versus the elevation of each island. And so in your data set, it gives you that information as well. Distance along the chain and approximate elevation. So there's your information there. And that will help you build your second graph as part of this lab activity. The next part of the assignment are analysis questions. So these questions here ask you to describe the relationship between age and distance, and the second question asks you to describe the relationship between distance and elevation. So really it's asking you to look at how these factors can help support our understanding of the direction that the island chains are forming and where we would expect to see new islands popping up based on the movement of tectonic plates. The last questions are the same, again, as the questions here on the Word document, and they are just really having you reevaluate your hypothesis and go through and see if you understand how radioactive dating works and what that information provides to us. So let's pop into Excel and we'll start with the first graph. The first one asks us to plot distance versus radioactive age.